scare is everywhere. Enjoy it while you last.
Hey everybody, it's Johnny Bronto here with Haunt Scene. Welcome to Haunt Scene Live. It's 8 o'clock on Tuesdays in the fall season, and hopefully you're watching the show right now. With me, as always, I have my lovely co-host,
Melissa here. Hi, guys.
and as a special guest star and treat, we also have
Shelby Denham, or Shelby Dunmart, you know.
Shelby Denham-Art, as we all
Hello.
know
Shelby
her.
Denham.
So welcome to the show.
Awesome artwork.
We are happy that you are here on time.
A ton.
Very good. I like your hair.
Thank you.
It's amazing. All right, so we got lots of stuff to go through. Now, over this last weekend, we went to Howl-O-Scream in Tampa, so we're going to review Howl-O-Scream. Now, I've gone for the last 5 years. How many years have you gone, Melissa?
I've gone since 2013, so I've gone 4 years.
Okay. And then Shelby had never been before.
This was my first year.
So we're versed in Howl-O-Scream, but she's brand new to this.
Brand new.
So we're going to get a newbie's perspective on Howl-O-Scream, okay? All right, so if you guys have anything you want to say, put it in the chat. I'm going to bring the chat up right now. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Shelby. Tell everybody what you do.
Well, the name kind of describes itself. I am an artist. I do a lot of Horror Nights fan art, a lot of horror based artwork. I do comic books on the side. I design a lot of t-shirts. You guys have probably seen them around Horror Nights of like the Jack's Carnage Crunch and stuff like that. But I just do a lot of art on the side. I've finally been able to quit my job and do it like full time. It's pretty awesome.
Baller.
I know. But that's pretty much it. I do a lot of Horror Nights based art. Maybe some Howl-O-Scream art now, because now I'm like super. He's just throwing money at me now.
I want you to make multiple arts.
I will make all the art. Thank you. He just threw money at me.
Yeah,
and
no,
now
I
I'm
didn't
charged.
even do this.
I know. Make it rain.
Which
here.
I thought.
Oh, that wasn't even
That's
rain.
not real.
Make it rain.
No.
So you can
Make it rain
if
towards
you-
me.
It's like Monopoly money. No.
I know it's not even the right size, but it's okay. All right, so we got the chat up here. Hello, everybody. We appreciate you watching.
It says it's 5 o'clock in California.
It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and that somewhere is California. Ronnie Fox chiming in. What are you doing out there, Ronnie? Are you doing Howl-O-Scream? West Coast? Do they have one in California, or is that Knott's Berry?
I think
Not
that's Knott's
Scary
Berry.
Farm.
That's
Okay,
Knott's
he's
Berry.
probably doing
Which I heard
Horror
is
Nights
really
out there,
good.
too.
I haven't
Not
been to it yet.
Scary Farm. They have a dark ride inspired haunted house, and it looks awesome.
Nice. Okay. Excellent. So I'm going to bring this over there so we can see it. And all right, so let's go ahead and get into this. Now, we got a lot of stuff to get through in this show, so we're going to go at a pretty good pace. Keep up. If you need to, hit pause. First thing we're going to talk about is going to be Shelby. Now,
Me.
Shelby,
All about Chubby.
we met Shelby in
Spooky Empire.
Spooky Empire in April. We had talked before then. That's where she was just like, ah, and everybody was, she like showed up on everybody's map, and
It
she was
was-
the...
It was when I did that Horror Nights icon like family picture when I drew all the icons together.
Which we're
Is
gonna
when
see.
That was
Here in a
really
moment.
cool. I have one of those
Yes.
as well.
So personally, I have to thank Shelby for designing Bookie. She's the one that
Bookie.
designed this logo, so I got rid of my stupid little Pac-Man ghost from last year. So that's good. And all right, so here's her contact information. If you need to get a hold of her, are you doing open commissions right now?
Not currently.
Okay.
End of October, I will be open for commissions.
All right, but she's got amazing shirts covering various things, haunt things.
Yes, buy my shirts.
Buy the shirts. Buy many shirts.
Buy all the shirts.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit just as a sample. If you've never seen Shelby Denham's art, which is, I don't know if you've been under a rock since April, but let's take a look. So here's probably her most popular one here on the right, at least in my opinion. This is what kind of put her on my radar. If you look on the right, here's the icons print that she did for Halloween Horror Nights. And I love it. I have it framed in my room.
Do you really?
I do.
Aw,
It's
that's sweet.
amazing. And she was apparently giving these out for free recently.
No, it was for HHN Rumors. He had a giveaway. So basically, he bought a bunch from me, and then he had like a giveaway where he gained followers and retweets and stuff, and he gave away 4 or 5 of them. I
Oh,
think.
okay. That's pretty neat. So I need to recruit you to get more followers. Yours.
Oh.
Excellent. All right. Also here we've got Jack's Carnage Crunch. She did this amazing cereal line of T-shirts and prints. Prints? T-shirts, shirts.
Shirts.
You can do prints?
Eventually.
And then let's move on, although I could just stare at this all day because it's really, really good. Here we go. Recently recognized by Academy of Villains. Yellow? Is that the guy's name? Yellow?
Victory. Yeah.
Victor Yellow, the guy on the left right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the contortionist that they have on stage with them for the little mini Irma show.
Yeah, he's using that picture as his profile picture right now on
That is so-
Instagram. Yeah.
So cool. And then here on the right, we've got Bone. Or what's his other name? Huevos?
Guillermo Huesos. That was the name that we gave him. I'm terrible at Spanish, but it's basically Billy Bones in Spanish.
See.
Because
Very
Guillermo
cool.
is William and Huesos is Bones in
Look at that.
Spanish.
From HHN,
I
you
like
can
that.
learn Spanish as well.
See.
That's very cool.
Me gusta mucho. No,
But Horror Nights doesn't appreciate you calling him Billy Bones.
that's okay. They don't get everything they want, except our money. All right, so other prints here. I just couldn't stop myself. I love this It print that she did of Pennywise. Very, very cool. And then here are a couple of the other Halloween Horror Nights icon cereals,
Yes, those
which are very, very cool.
Those are my serial killer shirts right now. I have those three, and then I have Eddie and Caretaker as well.
Nice.
And up next is Usher. Usher is the next one.
Caretaker? What's the
Caretaker.
Caretaker one called?
Caretaker Oats.
Oh, who came up with that name?
I don't know.
This guy. Sometimes I have good ideas. All right, so Shelby, go buy stuff. Support local artists. We're all about supporting local businesses. She is a walking, living, green-haired local business, so make sure you guys do that.
If you see me at Horror Nights with the green hair out, it was a little overwhelming the first weekend, but if you see me, don't feel bad if you say hi. I won't be angry at you if you come up to me and say hello to me. I won't be mad.
She'll have her bodyguards there.
I will.
Yes. Okay. All right. So lots of stuff, and this is just scratching the surface. If you go to her website, mini prints. If you go to her T-shirt website, all kinds of stuff. Like she did a shirt for the Great Movie Ride closing and things like that. So, yeah, very, very neat. So follow Shelby, buy her stuff.
And she has one from Mel's Dying.
Yes.
Yes,
I have a
very-
Mel's
Which is
Diane
very nice
Very
as well.
popular
shirt. And a
one.
Pumpkin
very-
Man shirt.
Yes.
And the pumpkin one
So
that she wears often.
buy Shelby
Buy all the shirts.
art. Buy everything.
I have the Eddie one, which is really cool. I really like the Eddie
Yeah.
one. And I can't wait for the Usher shirt. I'm definitely going to buy that one because
Sorry,
Usher's my
finish.
favorite icon.
I'll try to finish that soon.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about Hollow Scream. Now, I got a chance to go a little bit early because I was invited to the media VIP event. What?
Not that cool.
Legit. Yeah. So this was very, very cool. Thank you so much for Hollow Scream for having me out. Unfortunately, these two folks were busy that night, so I didn't get a chance to bring them. But I did go and have a great time. So we're going to talk about that for a moment. So let's talk about the things that you missed and the things that I enjoyed. All right, so the VIP was last Friday. I showed up, and they had a bloody red carpet, which was really, really cool. I got a chance to pose with their step and repeat banner with a couple characters. They had all these like little pedestals, like those tables. They were giving out free drinks. It was amazing. I probably had a couple too many at that point because I was already buzzed by the time the park opened up. So that was good. If you take a look up here at the top right, you see Ben. Ben is on all of their social media, does a lot of the videos for them. Very, very nice guy. So I got a chance to. We've met before, but we actually had a chance to talk for a few minutes. So that was very, very cool.
That looks like a mask from Party City.
Which one?
The one on the right.
One on
The-
the right?
the
This
bear
guy?
looking
one?
The bear one?
Probably is.
Might be.
When-
Continuing on, here's a close up of the badge. Very, very
there's
cool.
Tim Tracker.
Got to meet. Well, not really get to meet because I see him all over the place, but got to always get my required picture with Tim Tracker.
The awesome Tim Tracker.
Yep. Got to meet, if you look at the top left, there's a local branch of the Scare Factor named Jurassic Shark. They go and do haunt reviews, so we're overlapping a lot. Very nice folks. Got a chance to meet them. One of the stilt walkers that they had running around. They had like a whole crew of characters running around messing with people as they were plying us with alcohol, so that was fun.
Missed that.
We're going to go through house by house here in a moment, but the VIP event did allow me to go through and take some pictures in the house, which is a complete rarity. You don't really get to do that a lot, so that was pretty cool. But no flash photography, no lights. So we're going to get some inside the house to scoop. Not a lot of spoilers in here, but just to kind of show you the ambiance of the different houses. They got 2 new houses this year. So thank you so much. I love the VIP event. I hope you bring me back next year, and hopefully I could bring
I'll come.
you guys.
Hopefully I can go next year.
Yeah, hopefully. All right.
I really like this event, so I'd like to come.
Yes, Shelby loved it.
I did. I jumped a few times.
All right, so let's start off. We're going to basically follow the order of events that we did on Saturday. First thing that we did was, as recommended every year, we do recommend the Fright Feast. Fright Feast is where you get early entry. They include dinner. They change some things with that. You get to see one of the shows that they have as well. And then they give you early entry into the park. And you also get express for an additional hour. So it's usually it's like $30, $40 or so. I think it went up a little bit this year.
It was like $39.99 or something like that.
Yeah, they made the tickets cheaper when I bought them in the summer sale, but then they made the Fright Feast more expensive. So I think I spent the same amount of money I normally do, but whatever makes me feel better, I guess. Okay. All right, so let's go in and move a little bit forward here. And the first thing that we saw in the... Where are you? There we go. And I'll move this forward. Where's my...
Can we talk about the food? Are we allowed to talk
Do you want to talk
food?
about the food first?
Let's talk about
I
the
was
food.
not a fan of the food.
Wasn't a fan of the food?
No, I had the chicken Alfredo, and it was only like one chicken tender. And then there were bacon bits.
The chicken wasn't very good though.
No, it was really dry.
It was actually really dry, and I don't understand why there was bacon bits in chicken
Right.
Alfredo.
Bacon makes everything better.
No, it
I
doesn't.
know. I've never seen bacon bits in chicken Alfredo.
That's
though.
not what you put in chicken Alfredo.
Why would you? Why would
It's
you add
chicken
that?
bacon Alfredo.
No, it made it way too greasy than it should have been.
All right. Well, previously with the Fright Feast, when you went up to last year, think of like it was cafeteria food. It was like chicken nuggets and
Yeah, they
tater
had mac and
tots and
cheese
fries and mashed potatoes and all kinds of stuff, mac and cheese, and you would just get what you want. But it was a huge line to get through the food line to get it. The I liked the bacon Alfredo chicken.
I like the pot roast to be the mashed potatoes.
They
and-
had the brisket.
and the brisket. Yeah,
Brisket
that
was
was good.
amazing.
That was good.
Ronnie wants us to talk about the pumpkin cheesecake.
The pumpkin
Did any
cheesecake
of us
was
have it?
good.
Ooh, I had
did.
that.
I
He
didn't
had
have
that. It was good.
amazing.
I'm a big fan of pumpkin, so I'm more biased to it. But it was good. That peanut butter brownie.
That was
thing,
way too much peanut butter for me.
See, it tasted like a Reese's peanut butter
Yeah.
cup.
It was
to me.
it was really rich.
I'm
It
not.
was
Yeah.
good though.
I'm not a sweets person, so
Yeah.
everything was just like no.
So four options. You had the brisket with mashed potatoes and some vegetables. They had roasted chicken with some vegetables
Shoulda got
and
that.
potatoes, which was actually really good.
You had the rotisserie chicken. How was that?
It was good.
It was good?
It was good. They had the bacon on chicken Alfredo, which I liked. It was,
It was okay.
and then they had
I like the
shrimp,
Alfredo part.
Yeah.
Louisiana shrimp and grits.
Grits, yeah.
I didn't get that. Did anybody have that?
No, I don't
the
like
people
grits,
next to me
so-
had it, and they were like, it was not enough flavor in the grits.
Okay. I mean, they mass produce the food for a lot of people. You know, you're not. It's kind of like when you go to a wedding. It's kind of good, but it's not great. So that's not really the main benefit. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So your food was. It was.
Hey, you
it
get
was
to
okay.
get as much as you want, so
Yeah,
I can't really complain.
it's
Yeah.
weird. But the weird part was that every time you went to get food, you got a new entree. So it was
Yeah.
like a whole plate
It
of
was
food.
a whole thing
so
of
you
food.
couldn't get partial. I want a little bit of this. I want a little bit of that. So I kind of felt like I wasted a little
From
bit of food.
someone who doesn't eat a lot, it was a waste of money.
But
It for the front of the line pass thing, yeah, that was kind of worth it.
okay. So yeah, but
It
then
was, it was hit or miss.
it was. But then we got to go to the Joshua Seth Inside Your Mind show with the Mentalettes.
The
Who are here at the
Mentalettes.
bottom left. I had to bring up the
I
Mentalettes.
can't.
Until
I
it's
can't.
no.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I sat through the whole show when I went for the VIP media event, but I sat through it later on when I had time and I wanted to take a break. I sat through the whole thing. It wasn't bad. I got to meet Joshua Seth at the end. Very nice. Took a couple pictures you
he's
can
a nice
see
guy.
here. I think that when we were there for the Fright Feast, I think mentally I was already checked out. Like I was like, let's do some houses because when you do the Fright Feast, you gotta go. Like we were basically running on.
That's where I was at, and I honestly, from a person who doesn't believe in like that mental stuff, I was just like, let's just go. I'm done with this. Let's go do the houses. If they're open, let's go.
So I think we saw about 5 or 10 minutes of the show.
About 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah,
gone.
we were about 10 minutes out, and then we went to go see it.
I felt bad for the guy, but at the same time, I was just like, I paid the money to get early entry to these houses.
Right.
I'm not gonna stay and watch this whole show.
Now, typically, up till this year, they had Fiends, which is their comedy pop culture show, along with dinner, and that I usually stay for the whole thing. I'm not gonna say I didn't enjoy myself with the Joshua Seth show. I just kind of wished it was more spooky, like more Halloweeny kind of thing.
The girls' costumes were really cool.
Yeah.
I like the mentalette costume.
Mentalette.
Mentalette.
The girls were good. The guy seems really nice.
really
It's
very
not
short.
it's not my sort of thing, so I wasn't really into it.
Not at all.
So I mean, I'm sure there are people who go to this who are into it, but I'm not.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So
You know.
So they opened the early houses early here. So we were basically on task. Now with the Fright Feast, your express window is limited, so you got to get out there and do houses. And we went to the zombie containment unit first. So let's
Yes.
talk about the houses,
Zombies and laser tag.
and then we're
Okay.
gonna circle back and then talk about the scare zones.
I'm gonna say this first. My adrenaline was like at 100 when we started at the houses, so everything was making me jump. But now that I'm able to like look at it at a critical view, I'm not a fan of zombie containment unit.
Okay. Zombie containment was. Did you have fun when you did the house though?
Not really. I didn't feel like I was shooting anything.
Yeah, it's the zombies. They have like these little circle things. I've got a picture of it. If you see like in the middle here, there's like a little like a plate. It's got lights on it, and the zombies come at you in the house as characters. And if you shoot them, they freeze for a couple seconds and allow you to move through the house. I had a lot of fun the first year I did this house. It was
Same.
a lot of fun, but it's been there for I think 3 or 4 years now. I was hoping that you would maybe enjoy it more.
I thought I would enjoy it more, but as we continued through the houses, it fell lower and lower on my list.
Gotcha. Okay, so we do recommend that you do this one first because they don't allow express for this. So early entry with the Fright Feast gets you in, just get
Yeah.
it done. This is also one of the houses that's kind of out of the way a little bit. Everything else is basically in a circle. So definitely do Zombie Containment Unit first. Just get it done.
Yeah, I'm
been
happy
for a
we
long
got
time.
it done first because it looked like we were just running through a warehouse full
Yeah.
of tarp.
So
It was fun, but it wasn't like great.
yeah, it's not really scary. It's just
No.
yeah.
It's not one of my go-tos.
I
Not
liked
one of my favorites.
the thing I liked at the very beginning was the people running the lines
Mm-hmm.
who were like, "Go, go, go!" I like those guys
Yeah,
more
the-
than I like the zombies in the houses.
The people who are arming you and telling you how it works and all
Yeah.
that stuff,
No,
they
I
were
like
pretty
them a
fun.
lot.
They're pretty intense. All right, so Zombie Containment Unit. Then we moved on to Deathwater Bayou, which is if you move from there and you go to the next one, there is their voodoo house that they've had for several years now.
Good. So good.
It was amazing.
It was,
It was
so good.
Deadwater Bayou's been there for a few
Okay.
years.
It holds up too.
And
From-
every year it's good.
It was my first year ever doing it, and as much as I like the facade of Dead Waters at Horror Nights,
Mm-hmm.
this house blows Dead Water out of the water. Out of the water, literally. No, it was
Pun intended.
Pun intended.
Wow,
Pun intended.
It was the bungees alone. Again, my adrenaline was at 100, so everything was able to make me jump and scream. You were there. You saw me jump a bunch of times. That house was good. Like,
Yeah, I like the
I-
bungee jumpers. The bungee jumpers are my favorite
it's
part
at
of
the
that house.
top of my list as the houses go. Yeah, it was really good.
So I've got some pictures from within the house that
That's
I took
my
at the media event here. Which one?
The one on the right. Oh, sorry, it's over there.
Oh, okay. I took a picture of the facade
Did
too.
you? Okay.
Yeah, you don't have a
I thought it was my picture.
exclusive rights on that. So there are pictures here. Now, I have to bring up this picture on the right. Lepre, Robbie Parsons Lepre was very nice to us a couple years ago when we first started going to the event. When we first started a haunt scene, she's having some medical issues right now. So, positive thoughts
Yes,
to you.
good vibes.
But thank you so much for everything. I hope that all works out. So they've got a little tribute to her. And it's been there for a couple of years, but I think now I wanted to showcase that for a moment. I love they've got a voodoo doll room where you make voodoo dolls. They got a voodoo doll cart. I love
I didn't
voodoo
even notice
dolls.
that when I was going through. I didn't. Again, I was like rushing through. I went through that house twice, and
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Were you scared?
Yeah, I didn't notice that
A
either.
second time, I wasn't as scared because again, my adrenaline wasn't as high.
Were you more intoxicated?
I had one drink.
Okay.
I had half a drink.
We
'cause
were
you
there.
helped me.
That's true.
Johnny, we
I
should
had
have
half-
one
yeah.
drink.
Yeah,
That
this
was
is
it.
true. But this house is awesome. It's amazing.
Really good.
It's definitely a must see.
I'm gonna bring this up before we go on. Every single house and every single scare zone has black lights in it. My hair is black light reactive, so every time I went through a house or a scare zone, I glowed. It made the
It was
experience
really
a lot
cool.
better.
Like
was
outside
pretty
of
cool.
Wasteland, her hair was like lit up like a Christmas tree.
We put
pretty
we
cool.
put a picture up on Twitter
Yes.
with her with that picture. So check it out. I don't think I included it in here. I should have. Okay. All right. So I love this house. I think I got more pictures with this. Let's take a look here.
The hallway that leads up the house was like 15 degrees hotter than waiting. Which hallway?
Oh, I think that's the hallway for Zombie Containment Unit. Because remember, they have like a little staging area. And then you get into the house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, if you go to the regular line,
Yeah.
the main hallway is long. Yeah.
Somebody has a comment. Ronnie has a comment in the chat about the bad choice for a dinner show. I will admit I've always enjoyed Fiends more. We'll get to Fiends in a little bit. They moved it to the Stanleyville Theater, but I guess we'll see. What
I
happens
agree.
With
So
that.
I was so used to watching Fiends with Fright Feast
Right.
that I liked it better.
It's kind of like
So-
a staple.
Yeah,
It's kinda like going to Horror Nights
It's
and
always
seeing
when you do
Bill and
Fright
Ted.
Feast, you
Bill and
always
Ted,
get Fiends, and I just thought I didn't.
It was.
So-
I mean, I was happy to be able to leave early.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what made me. I didn't feel bad about leaving
Right.
Yeah.
when everybody else was leaving as well.
Yeah. All right, it's a couple other pictures. Lots of UV reactive stuff. Lots of
Yeah,
voodoo stuff.
that
New
house
Orleans
was so
stuff. Really
cool.
cool. Really scary. I did see you jump like crazy in this house. It was good. It was nice to. I mean, not saying that I'm like a pro or anything like this, but obviously I've been through this house for several years now, and I kind of knew where the scares were coming from. But
Just wait till we get to Dimension.
yeah,
So,
it was nice to see somebody actually get scared. You know?
Again, adrenaline. When that
Yeah.
adrenaline is up, I jump a lot.
And Hollowscream is all about the jump scares.
Yeah.
They don't use the triggers like HHN.
They're
so
able
they're
to,
all
like,
about jump scares.
Slam on a table
Yeah,
and like
yep.
scare the crap out of you.
It was really good. Next one that we did was going to be Unearthed.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm not a fan to the point where it actually like pulled at a personal fear of mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Unearthed, this is one's third year. A couple years ago, they had the Scarlet character that went in with the house. That was their icon that year. I think it's a pretty universal opinion that the house it took away from the house when they didn't have the icon to go along with it. The house it's gorgeous. It's really well done. I can't really complain about that. Sound effects are really good in the house.
I'm gonna bring this up. We were going through all of the houses during the day. Our eyes were not adjusted.
Yes, for Unearthed, we were still kind of at that point of this was just after 7 o'clock. The sun was setting. I like the queue for Unearthed. I think it's really cool to walk through a roller coaster.
yeah,
I
me
like
too,
that a
yeah.
lot.
Ozzy.
And
I really like that.
I'm a
Ozzy.
fan of that aesthetic of like old wooden roller coasters. That made me really happy.
So that was really
I like how
good.
they have stuff outside before you walk in.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
you know,
cool.
like the workers, and you walk down into the house.
But they've been doing
So-
that for years,
Yeah,
right?
they've had that same setup, though,
Well,
since
there
2015.
used to be more outside. They had a couple
Yeah.
tents and a couple other things in there. But
Yeah.
as the house is getting a little bit older, I think they just spend less time on setting up the
Yeah.
queue.
From someone seeing it for the first time, that it was awesome. But if you guys have been going for a few years, it's been the same. For
If you saw it the first year it came out in
Oh,
2015,
it was so
you would have
good.
loved it even more.
Oh, man.
It was amazing
It was
in
really,
2015
really good.
when they had
Missed out.
Scarlet inside and they had a different ending.
Mm-hmm.
So they had projections and they had people coming through the projections. Like it was amazing.
one of my
It
main
was by far the best.
fears is being eaten alive. It's a weird fear.
That is a weird.
It is a
fear.
very weird
That's a very
fear.
weird
But there
fear.
was a part in the house where like I don't even remember correctly because my eyes weren't really like super adjusted.
It's like one of the last rooms. Is like
There
the
were
basement.
mouths in the wall. Like
I
little
remember
plant
you
mouth,
pointing
like
those out,
teeth.
and I remember you saying that
Teeth.
how you were scared of those. Now
Teeth.
that makes sense.
And it scared the crap out of
Yeah,
me.
you
I
know,
was not okay with that.
It's funny you say that because I had actually never noticed that before. I thought that it was like the basement caving in on itself.
No, it was way before
it's a
that.
straight up.
It's straight up like 2 or 3 mouths in the wall with teeth and everything.
The plant thing.
that was on.
Is it
that was
plants?
on
yeah,
Earth?
it's a
On
plant
Earth?
thing.
It scared
it's
the
on
yeah, it
Earth.
was in Unearthed. And it
It's
scared
a
the crap
huge
out of me.
puppet.
It was at the point in the house when I was screaming, no, no,
Yes.
no.
I
okay,
remember
now
that.
we're on the same page.
That
Gotcha.
black room. That
Yeah.
black room with the
Yeah.
plants. Okay.
And
They come and
nope,
get ya.
I was not okay with that.
So a
They
couple.
didn't have that. They had the first year they had people in there
Right.
shining lights on you and telling you couldn't see and
I
all
think
this
Scarlet-
stuff.
Scarlet was
in
there.
Huh?
Yeah, I think Scarlet
Yeah.
was in there
I
actually.
was not.
Yeah.
I want to go through the house again just to make sure those things are actually there and I wasn't hallucinating them.
You were not.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
you, no, you're not. They
Here's
were
a
there.
couple other smaller pictures that I took on the media VIP night. I've always wanted to get a really good picture of the Scarlet photo with the eyes bloodied out. I did not get a chance because I couldn't use a light.
Yeah, she wasn't on anything this year. I didn't see her. I remember last year with her with the horns, like on everything.
The merchandise for the first year was amazing. She
Yeah.
was on everything, like the T-shirts, shot glasses, everything.
That was the year I wanted to go really
Yeah.
bad, but I never got a chance.
You should have met me earlier, I guess.
I know, right?
Alright.
Yeah.
All right, so then we moved on to Motel Shelby.
Hell.
Shelburne.
Shelburne.
Motel Shelby.
It was Motel Shelburne.
Okay, and then they darken the S and the burn. Okay.
Yeah, it was Motel Hell.
All right. Now they have a sign, like a freeway sign. I don't know if I got a picture of it. Let me take a look. There it is. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna go back to that in a moment. This house is amazing.
My favorite
good.
house. So
It's-
good.
It's its second year, and they really amped it up this year, as opposed to Unearth, which is kind of fallen off a little bit, in my opinion.
Is Unearth going to be there next year?
I think they spent a lot of money on that house, so I would.
I
Probably
I think
say-
it's gonna be.
I think we're gonna have that for another year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Motel Hell, they expanded this a little bit. They changed a lot of the scenes. Really awesome. We actually knew a character in there. So Skylar, if you're watching, hello.
Yes.
Very cool.
Skylar did get
No,
me. She
these
told me.
guys kept going through the house yelling, Skylar!
I didn't
And
know
every
who she
Skylar.
was.
Every female actor they saw, Skylar!
But to be honest, Johnny started it, and I just followed. So
It was a bit, all right, and we
Hey,
found
but
her.
We found her, didn't we?
So yeah,
that's
so
all
it
that
worked
matters.
itself out. All right, so let's move on.
Skylar.
Take a couple. You look.
Neozaz!
Hello,
Hi,
Neozaz.
Matt.
Thank you for watching my show. If you ever want me to be on your show
sorry,
again,
who
I
was
will.
that?
It's Matt.
Yeah.
He's cool.
All right,
Okay,
so
hello, Matt.
motel, it's basically a motel from hell, and it's really cool. I took some pictures here inside the house. This is like Mr. Sandman is like the villain and showing you nightmares and
No, that-
people are dead. And
yeah.
it's craziness. They have a Jabberwocky's tribute room in the middle. It's pretty cool.
Jabberwockies.
That sounded like a joke.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm not a fan of Jabberwockies.
All right.
I haven't seen it yet. I will see it this Saturday.
You will let us know.
Yeah.
And let us know if
I'd rather see
this,
AOV.
if this shrine
This
is,
is me.
is appropriate. All right, we're team.
No, that one scare in that house where it's the two mirrors on the side and the bride is following
Hmm.
you on the left. That scare. It wasn't so much of a scare as it was just a really cool effect.
Visually, it was nice. Like it looks like you were actually walking down
No.
a hallway in a motel. Like,
Yeah.
it felt like you were actually in the motel.
And that she was
So-
following you all the way
Yep.
down. That was really
They show
cool.
bang on the window every now and then.
Yeah, and then the door, and then she would slam on the door after the mirror.
Oh,
And
okay.
you
All right,
forgot that.
so
It was
are
really
we
cool.
saying that so far Howl Scream is scary?
Yeah,
It is actually, yes.
yeah.
It is.
I don't
That's what
ever
it is.
like. I don't get scared at Horror Nights unless it is somebody I know at Horror Nights who is trying to actually scare me. I don't get scared at Horror Nights.
All right.
I feel like they're more aggressive there
Yeah,
than
The house
HHN.
games?
The actors are more aggressive.
they
yeah.
are
I would
also
agree with that.
having more fun.
Yes.
Yeah,
I feel
they
like
are.
they're
Way
more
more fun.
relaxed.
I agree with that assessment 100%. And then we went to Undead Arena Live.
You mean Run?
Well,
Basically run.
It's Run.
okay.
It is Run.
So they did a house at Horror Nights previously, which was like a evil game show you're on, and I don't know if this was intentional, but it does bear a little bit of similarity to that house called Run.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and say that it's a new house this year. I think they're still kind of finding their flow a little bit. I don't want to say I had a bad time. I didn't really connect with the house, but it was.
I like the Barker outside.
Yeah, the Barker always had something.
Yeah, it was cool.
He had more
pointed it out.
Barkers.
He was like, what, 100 points for hunting?
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I volunteered.
He asked us. I told him that we were worthy, and he asked if we were ghost hunters. So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot to mention this. The maps this year for House Scream are really cool.
They can
They're
fit in
not
your
like a
pocket.
big page anymore that you rip
They're actually
off.
folded.
They're actually folded.
Yeah.
So they're nice and handy to keep in your pocket this year, which is really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So good job on that. Because I didn't like the old map. So it's like they did a lot of things right, and then some things I think could be worked on a little bit. So Undead Arena, it was all right.
It was
There were-
interesting. I don't know.
There were some cool effects that I liked. When you go to the very end and they have like those, not to spoil anything, but they have those 4 doors.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one guy at the very end is scaring you and you have to go through like the one door. It's hard to describe, but it was a cool effect to see. I liked it. Some parts of the house I liked. Some parts,
Yeah,
like the parts where it was really dark and they flashed the light in your face for 2 seconds and then it was dark again. I didn't like that part.
Okay. So we'll just say it wasn't the best, but yeah.
But the first room where they split you up though, that was pretty cool. 'Cause they make you go different
That was
ways.
pretty neat. I
thought that was pretty neat.
I wish maybe that would have lasted a little bit longer because it was just like instantly you're back.
It was just
together.
us, and then we instantly back to the people. So
Well, when we do Screamageddon, they will separate you. And like you do the glow necklace.
to separate which a party.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Like,
So if it's
like
just
in
two
the
of you,
prison
it's just two
house,
of you?
I was barely with the party the whole time. I was by myself. It was scary. We'll get to Screamageddon in a couple
I'm
weeks.
excited for that.
Yeah, we'll do that in early October. All right, so we're moving on. We're moving on here from the Undead Arena Live to Black Spot, their pirate house. Like
The
an
Black Spot.
Evil Pirates of the Caribbean.
It was pretty. That's all I could really
It was
say.
nice. Nice to
pretty.
look at. It wasn't my favorite, but it was nice to look at.
It was
so.
pretty.
It was okay.
I like
is its
how
second year.
I'd never been to Busch Gardens before, but obviously they were utilizing a previous like cave system that they've already built, and I like that aspect of that. But otherwise, it was not a scary house compared to the other ones. It was pretty. That's about all I got. And again, utilizing those black lights. Every single Howl-O-Scream house was utilizing black lights.
Black lights, but not 3D.
No, none of the houses utilize 3D.
Yeah, no 3D at Horror Nights or Hollow Scream this year. Which
Thank God.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of 3D.
Nope.
So
Yeah. But lots of black lights. And they use black lights. I think Hollow Scream has probably used black lights the most effective out of anywhere I've ever been. Because when we get to the scare zones, they really use them effectively in the scare zones that we're going to talk about.
I've
here.
seen more blacklight there than anywhere else.
Yeah.
So
I felt like I was back in my raving days. I'm just kidding. I just never really had raving days.
Me neither.
All right, so Black Spot, Pirate House, Black Spot. We're gonna move on, and here are a couple shots from within the house. Here,
I like that big skull at the beginning. That was really cool.
yeah, Black Skull is very, very, very cool.
I'm also going to note that when we went through the house, they had some sort of spill. So at the very beginning of the house, the actress was like, "Watch your step. There's a spill," or
in the
my
middle?
ship has a leak.
Yes.
Yeah, they were having some technical.
Well, that's good that
difficulties
they
with the
worked
house.
that
Oh
in
yeah,
the
I
story.
remember that. She was just standing
Yeah.
there and just like telling us that.
Somebody
yeah.
spilled their drink. Somebody
Yeah.
spilled their zombie juice.
Yeah, they had some sort of spill. I noticed that at the very beginning.
Okay. If you notice here on the bottom left where the ship is called the Devil's Bride, Howl Scream does something every year where they let the fans go in through Facebook or social media and name a prop or name a room or name something here. And the Devil's Bride was what they voted on last year, and they had one for a scare zone this year that was Class Deceased, which we'll talk about here in a moment. I like the Black Spot, but I like pirate stuff.
Oh, would you say it was a
think-
solid house, Johnny?
I'm not saying the word solid at all.
I'm gonna drink whenever you say
No,
solid, man.
I have not. There is no drinking game because I'm not saying that word this time.
I had to say that just to poke fun at you.
For
that's
me, like, I used to be obsessed with pirates when I was in middle school and high school. Now pirates are overdone.
So you're saying you were all about the booty?
I'm always about the booty.
Pirate puns. That's what we should do. Anytime we make a pun, we'll do a drink in the last episode,
all. Okay.
the drunk edition, coming in
I'm-
early November.
This is my drunk edition. I don't
Okay.
know what
I'm
you're
gonna say
talking
solid
about.
a lot.
You're,
so she
you're
can-
welcome to
so
come
she can
back.
get us a
We're
drink.
gonna have like a live studio audience. Yes. All right. So Black Spot, we give this one a heads up.
It was all right. It wasn't. It's
was
at the
okay.
bottom. It's at the bottom.
It was okay. It was like you said, it was pretty to look at, but it wasn't that scary to me. So it was alright.
yeah,
it
it was-
was alright.
It's like the Dead Waters of Horror Nights. It's,
Oh, okay.
pretty but not scary.
It's so pretty though.
Yeah, I like Dead
It's
Waters.
very
Dead Waters is so
pretty.
pretty. It's my favorite
It's so
house.
pretty, but it's
Yes,
not
yes,
scary.
I didn't get scared in there, but it's pretty to look
Yeah.
at. Yeah.
It's-
That facade outside is amazing.
Oh God, I know. A
beautiful.
friend of mine designed that facade, so shout out. To Nick.
Yes. Good job. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move forward here to the final house that we did.
Billy's watching. Hi, Billy.
Who's Billy?
Who's
Billy Norgan Warrior.
Okay.
We hung out with him at Stand Scream.
Oh, okay. Cool. Hello, Billy.
Okay, hello, Billy.
Yeah, thank
He
you.
was
Is
the one you and I were sitting with at
The
at
ginger, the other
Finnegan's.
ginger?
Yep.
Okay.
There's another ginger.
There
Fellow
are,
ginger.
there are-
Really?
Yes, there are many.
There
There
are
are
many.
many gingers.
And they still have
But
no
you're the
souls.
only haunt ginger.
This is true. I am the haunt ginger.
The
Hello.
haunt scene ginger.
All right, so
Sorry.
Demented Dimensions is the second
I
new house.
loved this house.
That was a good house.
This was probably
Loved this
my
that was
favorite.
a good house.
The only part of this house I did not like was the Alice in Wonderland part.
Yeah, that one did not fit.
That one I just didn't understand. It was thrown in there. Like it
They're
didn't
like,
make
we need
no
a scene.
sense.
What's weird? What can we reuse? And it's
Yeah.
black light, on the Alice in
Wonderland.
Wonderland.
And it,
scene.
granted, it was short, but it was very blah. It was a black light section where I was just like, look at my hair.
Yeah.
No, it was.
It just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't make any sense.
that part that you pointed out when we first went through, where the
Oh, I got a
lit-
picture of that.
Oh yeah, you got a picture.
So take a look
Yeah.
here on the right, and you're going to see there is a laser effect where the room is like cut in half. It is really cool. The backstory behind Demented Dimensions is every room has its own scene. Every room is a demented dimension. And it starts off with a laser effect that cuts a room in half, which is really, really cool. I kind of wish they would have used that. I know it's for budgetary reasons they probably didn't do it this way, but that would have been cool if they would have had that laser effect.
It was really
Between
cool.
every
It was-
scene?
if you hadn't have pointed it out, though, I honestly wouldn't have noticed it. It was
Yeah.
really cool.
The room cut in half was my favorite room.
Yeah.
Like that was.
I
pretty
like
cool.
the first room you walked in where every room was like kind of stretched and it was like that Alice in Wonderland esque, like clockworks and stretched room.
Yeah,
I like
the
that.
carpet was
yeah,
off the side.
it was really cool. And then the room with like nothing but intestines and tentacles and stuff. That's the room he saw me. Where
That's the room that got you.
That's the room that
jumped, yeah.
scared the living crap
Well,
out of me.
this one right here, if you look in the middle, there's like a static character, and there's like a little nook right beside this character, and this character comes out and gets you. And that was probably the biggest jump I saw, Shelby.
Yeah, there was one on the right.
Yeah.
That I turned and looked at, and then when I turned to my left, there was another one that came at me.
That
and
was
scared me.
that was the time
So-
I went, oh my god! And you saw that where I literally leaped out of the air and went. This is what I do when I jump. I do this, and then I do
And
this.
she dabs.
I do the dab. I'm just like no. I get mad when I get scared because people should not scare me.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't
So-
get
So Hollow
scared.
Scream just made her angry.
I was mad. I was just like, no. The process of me getting scared is angry, not angry, and then I compliment you on scaring me
Instantly.
Like, good job.
So good job, Hollow Scream.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing we haven't talked about is the lines. When we went through all these houses here, I mean, part of this was early entry, but for the Express, we were actually alone in pretty much all the houses.
Yeah.
For the most part,
For
yeah.
the, for the
it was
beginning
pretty
part.
much just us. Yeah.
Yeah.
When her and I went through Blackwater, not
Deathwater.
Blackwater,
Bayou.
Deadwater.
I
yeah.
just make them a hybrid.
Deathwater
I-
Bayou. When we went through the second time, we did have a group with us.
Mm-hmm.
And when we went through Motel Hell again, we did have a group with us.
But for the
Yeah.
for the first part of the night, they pulsed the line. They actually let in small groups, which is
Yeah, they do
So
like show small groups, which I like. I'm not a fan of the Congo line at HHN because you don't get scares that way.
No.
Right.
When you're in a big line. So
Yeah.
I like the small groups. That's what I
yeah,
like.
because we get
I do too.
everything.
Because you get everything
Yeah.
then. So
And I will admit, Express actually felt like Express. Like it was like go.
yeah, Espresso Hollow
I know.
really feels like
I know that there have been a lot of complaints this year with Halloween Horror Nights and how they're handling Express because Express doesn't really feel like Express.
A lot of those people who are handling lines are also first hires.
Yeah.
That is also their first job or the first time they've ever worked at the theme park, so they don't know how to manage a line.
Yeah, Express means we spent more money. We don't want to wait.
Yeah, like on Sunday night, when I was at HHN, I went to the express line of Scarecrow, and it felt like a regular line. Like it wasn't even moving. We were just standing still.
I'll speak from
So
theme park experience. A lot of those people managing the lines, they have no idea what they're doing.
All right.
yeah,
All right. So moving on. Let's talk about the scare zones.
Oh my god,
this
were
was
so
pretty cool.
good.
Class Deceased was my favorite.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the whole park is a scare zone.
Yeah,
Is that a?
there were some like dead areas, like that part by the elephants, where it was just like a long stretch of
Because there are elephants
darkness.
there. The elephants are
Yeah,
scary.
but like that part with the wasteland and the part with the clowns. And
Oh, we've got pictures.
Oh, you got pictures? All right, you know.
What is this? What is this of? I'm just gonna not say what I was gonna say. All right, we are not savages.
We're not
we have
savages.
we actually have pictures to show you.
Rudy wants me to dab though, so I'm gonna dab.
All right. All right, so we're going to show you here. Now, I didn't get a lot of pictures of the meat market scare zone.
Oh, that
these
actually
are
said
these
HOS?
are out of the order.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it said
realize it. Where is that?
HOS. That was at the meat market. That was by Undead Arena Live and
Oh, okay.
Hotel,
No, I didn't notice
Hotel
that. That's
Shelby.
pretty cool.
And
That zone started playing a song from Band 55 last year, and I had flashbacks, and I almost cried.
Yeah, I was. Me and Shelby heard it. We were talking about it as we were walking through, actually.
This is also where you can get the item du jour this year, the grasshopper taco.
I didn't get it. I'm so mad I didn't get it.
You said
Why
you were
didn't
gonna
you
get
tell
it
me
too.
it was there?
I did mention it.
You didn't.
You were too busy dabbing.
Was I?
You too busy now.
You should.
We
no,
all
I'll go
dabbed.
again and I'll get that grasshopper because I'll eat it.
It's a chicken taco, and they put a huge grasshopper on it.
But is it like
It sounds
deep fried?
gross.
Is it a deep fried grasshopper?
I believe so.
I'll
I don't
eat
think
it.
they just catch it and put it on the taco.
Sounds gross.
It's funny because Hal Scream did a video with Ben at social media.
Who's
he put out a
Ben?
video. He's the bald dude that we
He's
saw
the guy that
earlier.
does all the videos.
Yeah, he's the
for
guy
all
that
the
did that earlier, and I can say bald because I'm bald.
Okay.
And if you watch for a split second when he's actually doing like a live stream that they recorded, I walk by right as they're doing the grasshopper.
Okay.
So I made a special appearance.
Oh,
You're
look
welcome,
at
Hal
you.
Scream.
All right.
I was
I
gonna eat a
want to
grasshopper,
next
though.
time I go, because I'm bringing my boyfriend with me.
Are we gonna go again this year?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to go again.
Oh, we are gonna go again. I
Yeah.
want to go again.
I want to go again.
That's cool.
Well, I'm actually thinking about going Sunday, October 8th. So
Frick, that's my Unmasking the Horror tour.
That's during the day.
It's the whole day. It's the long tour.
It's out like 3.
we got it for like 3:30.
Okay,
Totally
you know
make
what?
it.
All right.
Maybe we'll do that again. All right, me, Mark, I apologize. I didn't get a ton of pictures. I actually got a video of this that I thought would suffice, but no.
No, it's a good zone. It's very much like Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Mm-hmm.
Cannibal, a bunch of really tall, really large men in like skin masks and doing the growling thing with chainsaws.
Bloodied up bodies, all
Yeah.
that. You know,
Yeah,
that sort of
it's
thing.
if you
Yeah.
look at their marketing, if you see the butcher, the bloody butcher, that's kind of the theme there.
No, it's good. It's a good zone. The men like are able to do that low growling noise that scares the crap out of people.
Yeah, one of them was following Shelby.
Was it
Yeah,
a,
I was not happy with
Yeah,
that.
it's
No,
kinda funny, actually.
Yeah. So that meat market was good. It's a good scare zone.
it's good. I like it.
One of my favorites, just because it's super creepy, is going to be the playground.
And
Ooh, creepy children.
It is-
I don't know. I like the theming of it. I like the black light elements, but
Mm-hmm.
it was not scary for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
same. I agree.
I like the design of it. Now, some of these pictures I took the night of the media event, where they had like UV reactive chalk and they wrote messages on the chalk on the ground. I saw one that said "R.A.P. John," so I had to obviously take a picture of that.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Tina because she can't watch us live.
Oh, sorry, Tina.
That's
we
okay.
love you. We love you too,
You
Tina.
can always watch the replay. Views are views. All right, so it was pretty cool. They had like creepy little, very small people in that zone.
Yes, they
They did.
They were. You could have been in that zone.
All
You could have
of-
actually
I
just
could
put another
have.
shirt on with your hat, with your hair. You could just step right in.
all of the clowns in that one. You'll cover it later, but all the clowns in that one scare zone were like, "Oh my god, I love your hair. You could fit in." I'm like,
That's
I
right.
know.
In addition to the actual scare zones, they also have other themed areas, or at least with characters. There's like evil Muppets and sliders outside of the.
That
Oh, yeah, the
one,
sliders with the knee
one,
pads. Yeah.
like Tooth Fairy zone.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't even an official scare zone, but they were there, like with their sparking machetes.
And
They
it's-
were
That's
awesome.
what it was.
And
I
it
didn't
seems
quite
like-
understand what that one was.
Yeah,
at
they were
first,
tooth
but there was
fairies.
tooth fairies.
It also seems like they kind of randomize it a little bit. Like I've been in different areas with different characters, or maybe I just missed something.
No, I really enjoyed the actors in all of these zones, in every single one of them.
I
Because
agree.
they really interact with you. They
Yeah.
they talk to you. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right, here's a couple of the other characters. There's lots of dolls and things that are hanging from the trees that are all blacklit. Here, they've got creepy playground equipment that moves on its own, so that's always fun.
Yeah, that was really cool.
what's that one in the middle? I don't remember that one.
That is that's like an evil Muppet.
was that
in
during
there.
preview? Because I didn't see it.
That could have
Saturday.
been. Could have been.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I don't
I didn't
remember
see it
seeing that one.
Saturday.
That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, even the girl in the red dress. I don't remember that one either.
I remember all of the playground equipment. I liked that a lot. That was really cool.
Yeah. Then we move on to Carney Camp,
Yeah.
which was
That was a fun zone.
That was fun.
That was a fun zone.
A circus, evil circus themed area. There was a ticket booth there. There was all this like circus tarp. There was a stilt walker. I believe there was there a bungee guy here?
Yes.
There was a bungee
There
guy.
was a hidden bungee guy when you
Yeah.
first walk in on the left.
It's so crazy. You're walking along the path, and all of a sudden a bungee guy just comes out at you at random.
Yeah.
Really neat.
That was really cool.
That's
and
a
then
very effective scare.
It
Yeah.
was
Nobody's there.
when you walk in and there's that Barker guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a picture of the both of you with that Barker guy. And then you walk past that one like curtain, and then there's that bungee to the left, and that was really cool.
Yeah, here's the
Yeah.
bad picture that
Yeah,
I
that
took
one.
with the here's the Barker guy.
Because the shadow casts on your face, which makes you look weird.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
understand that.
The shadows weren't that great.
So I've got string lights, all this here. Pictures aren't really doing it justice, but it's actually a really cool scare zone. So good job there. Also, the new scare zone this year that was the fan, people could go and name it, was the Class Deceased.
I think that's what I voted on.
I think that's
think
what
so.
I voted on
Yeah.
too. Maybe.
That was one of my favorites. I like the blacklit, the flames. So that was
I
really cool.
like that you were able to vote on the name.
Yeah. And just take a little piece with you.
Yeah.
Everything is blacklit here. It's a bunch of schools that it's almost like I don't know, like Pilgrim kind of like
Very old, like
yeah.
schoolhouse kind of.
Had burned down, had all these rules written in black light that were kind of crossed off, creepy dolls. Everything had this like fire effect going on.
I liked our interaction. We were walking in. It was like a cast shift change. And that one actor walking past us, he's like, I don't know, I got in trouble for bringing that to school.
Yeah, I was like, "Are you going to school?" He was like, "Yeah, I burned it down." I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay. Oh, that's great.
He was really cute. I liked
he's
him.
adorable.
Shout out to that actor if you know who you
Good
are.
job,
Carrying the little book.
arsonist
Good
actor.
job.
Yeah, it was cute.
Here's a couple other of the pictures. Once again, these are all taken at night, so they're not. Did the best I could, but the black light works out really well.
Yeah, I like that black light.
The black light really stands out, which I like.
I wish there
like
was
in the
more
photos.
like fog effects to make it more like simmering kind of.
Yeah.
Again, it was
Smoking.
their first time doing that zone, but
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm very critical. I'm the negative Nancy in the group.
No. I would probably say my favorite scare zone is one that
Wasteland.
returned from last year's
Yes.
Wasteland.
Which was basically, if you remember Survivor Died from HHN last year, it's basically like
Well,
Survivor Died on steroids.
Yeah.
This was there last year.
It
so-
wasn't.
Yeah, that was
This
that
is
was
not
last
a,
year too.
This is not an homage. This is like evil, apocalyptic Mad Max
What
stuff.
was the first year for Wasteland? Was it last year? Or the
No,
year
it was
before?
last year.
I think
Yeah,
it was last year.
Wasteland was last year.
Yeah. There are many pictures that you can take in this scare zone. I love the
So
Stilt
good.
Walker. He's like an evil. Reminds me of like one of the creatures that they ride.
The
from
leaf blower
the Dark
guys were my
Crystal.
favorite.
Yeah, the leaf
Yeah.
blowers, burning bodies. I love the notes. You will die. No, you will. It's just like
No, you will.
It's very very cool.
And the don't drink the juice and stuff
Yep.
like that. It had theming to it. I would just wish it was longer.
Yeah.
I wish the actors were able to like
Like
talk
that guy
to
on the
you
right was cool.
because the actors didn't talk to you. There were maybe like 4 or 5 actors in that whole zone.
Yeah, the scare zones they're pretty condensed. They don't encompass a large area, but they're really effective. They're
Yeah.
really good.
The leaf blowers got me. Even if I
Yeah.
knew the leaf blowers were gonna get me, they still got me.
That was fun.
The girl in the cage got me when I was
Mm-hmm.
recording because she's so quiet that when she bangs on the cage, she scares you.
Yeah.
So
So Wasteland, my favorite scare
Yeah,
zone.
that
It's
no
really, really
same.
cool.
my fine.
Same.
Love this
Wasteland
laser
and
eye
Prosthesis I liked.
Fury Road 2, leaf blower, boogaloo.
leaf blower. Yeah, it's cool because they can leaf blow you and they're not touching you. So
You leaf blowers,
Yeah.
you guys are cool.
Yeah.
Even my hair got all messed up.
I saw that.
He blew some air into me. It actually felt really good.
Yeah.
yeah, like keep blowing the air on me.
Keep blowing it. Keep blowing it on.
All right, let's. Okay, we got 11
Now-
minutes left.
Oh shit. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Beep. That's it. You're the only person that swore in this
I'm
whole
sorry.
episode. Oh man,
God.
sponsorship gone.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Man.
Sorry, little kids, cover your ears.
There goes our Christian Mingle
No.
sponsorship. All right, so let's talk about Fiends because we got a couple things we got to talk about here. Fiends moved to the Stanleyville Theater, which is by the Black Spot, right next to it.
For me, seeing it for the very first time, it's a show. It's a show that takes up time, and there is music
And you
involved.
can sit
agree.
down and there's air
I agree.
conditioning.
Yeah, that's all I can. That's all I can say.
I like the show. I think that being it was the preview weekend, the opening weekend, there were some audio issues that we were
There were
experiencing.
a lot of audio
We couldn't
issues.
really hear a lot of the dialogue, unfortunately. That was kind of a bummer. But it's all about the
God, we
the
really-
hot nurses and the hot dudes dancing.
Oh, definitely.
2 hot dudes. There were 2 hot guys versus like 8 hot women. I was
But Dracula
So-
was one, and the two
Okay,
hot nurses.
Yeah.
Dracula
no,
was
So,
definitely one.
okay,
Dracula was hot.
Yeah.
No,
Dracula was
yeah.
hot.
All
Okay,
right.
3 hot
So
guys.
they equaled them out with more prominent characters.
Dracula was pretty like A+.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always look forward to Fiends. This is one of my go-to shows when I go to Howl-O-Scream every year. So I've been watching it since
I don't know
since I've been going.
if I were to rate Bill and Ted versus Fiends, I'd rate Bill and Ted. Even
Oh,
if
I
Bill
definitely like Bill and Ted more than Fiends. Definitely, by far.
Apples.
I wish
oranges.
I was able to hear Igor a lot better.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like you couldn't hear him from where we were sitting. So I
No,
couldn't make out to what he was
I
saying.
talked to a couple people that were seated, like Kyle and them were there from View from the Cheap Seats.
They were up
and they were seated like almost front and to the left, and they said that they also had some audio
Oh,
issues
yeah,
as well.
okay.
They did too.
So
yeah.
maybe they're just kind of working out the kinks of that show.
Yeah, they had a new stage, and I get that they have like a new venue
Yeah.
to work out with, but I don't know. I was
We were actually seated below the stage.
yeah, we were.
Yeah.
The whole scene with the Wolfman made me feel really uncomfortable because it was like borderline bestiality. I'm like, I'm not okay with this.
I don't really read that much into it.
It
But-
felt weird. It was really weird.
Everybody
for
has
me.
their own
It
perception.
was just like, oh, stop with the hair and the
Yeah.
Oh, when he ripped off the hair?
that was kind
Yeah.
of weird.
That was a little
That
weird.
was a little weird. I've never seen him do that in the show.
I
That
don't
was-
know
that was
if
a little weird.
I don't know if Mike J. Mugglerotti is still writing it,
Mm-hmm.
but to tone it down on the weird bestiality
That's a
stuff.
little weird.
Everybody has their thing.
I love you, Michael James.
Michael J. Roddy.
Is it Michael J. Roddy
Michael
or is
J.
it
Roddy.
J.
That's how
Mugglerotti?
J. Michael.
No, Michael J.
I get them
James Michael Roddy.
Yeah, that's right.
James
I get it
Michael
confused between Rhodey and Roddy
Yeah.
because they're two different, very influential people.
Roddy. We'll explain it later.
I love both of them.
Okay. All right. 8:52. All right. So let's do this real quick.
Oh, we got 8 minutes.
We're gonna go back to the main screen here and do a little bit of a wrap up here. So.
No, I gotta talk about my merch.
Oh, that's right. You did buy merch.
I bought merch. I bought the cup. It was
The Blinky Cup.
$12.31.
Is
Oh
that-
my god! And, well, by the way, if they offer you the Blinky Cup versus a
Get the
normal drink,
Blinky
get
Cup.
the Blinky
Get the
Cup.
Blinky Cup.
I got one that was like this big, and it was like $10, and she
This
got
was-
this huge thing.
$12.31, and it holds about maybe a cup and a half worth of liquid. And I've been drinking it this whole show. So
Yeah,
and it blinks.
just goes on forever and it blinks.
Oh, you get that cup for $2 more. Definitely
Yeah,
get that cup.
don't be like
Don't-
Johnny
don't be a
Bronto
Johnny
and be an
Bronto.
idiot.
Do you
We're
want
not
me to
savages, Johnny.
Do you
Spend
want
more
me to
money.
show off the shirt?
Show off the shirt.
I'm gonna show off the shirt.
So
if I can
the
sit up.
shirt here, she's got the shirt with the unofficial icons, the butcher guy, and the upside down girl, and the bellhop
So much
usher
going
guy.
on in that shirt.
It's a
There's
lot
a
going
lot.
on,
It's a
but
lot.
it's a really comfortable shirt.
It's a really cool shirt. I think the shirt designs this year are really neat.
I think it was about
So-
$23.
Okay. They have a couple
Sorry.
different shirts. They have a house shirt with the houses on the front.
Yeah, you can
And
get
they
on
have
front
another
with
one
that.
with the houses on the back. So I guess they give you options.
Which I
But
like
once
that.
again, no coffee mug. WTF.
No coffee mug or shot glasses.
They
don't
have-
have shot glasses anymore.
No, they had the zombie mugs. Did
Yeah.
you see them? They had
No,
like
those
the
are-
Yeah, but I
the
want
zombie mugs.
branded stuff. The last mug I got was unearthed.
The last mug and shot glass they had was 2015. They don't do them anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're
sad,
waiting.
Sad panda.
Maybe they're waiting for their anniversary.
They're waiting for their chance to strike.
29, 28.
Well, we got three more years until they do an anniversary year.
Wait, when is their
What
anniversary?
what year
20?
are they on?
They're on 17.
Really?
Oh God, that lines up perfectly with.
Oh, so Fiends has been going on since they started. That's why they said it's the 17th year for Fiends. Okay, I thought that was just for the show. I didn't.
That is
Screen.
unfortunate that it lines up perfectly with Horror Nights. That is,
Horror Nights 30?
yeah.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
that's
guess
rough.
we'll see.
I'm gonna share this cup right here.
Okay, perfect. All right, so it's 8:55. We're going to start wrapping this up here. I had a good time at Howl Scream, so thank you once again for having us out. It looks like
No.
we may be doing it again this year.
Yeah, I like. Ooh.
Whoa.
Hey, yo, no power.
Not again.
Yeah.
I saw that.
All right, we got to start wrapping this up because power's
All right.
going out.
Yeah, hurry.
I saw a light blink. Maybe we got too much stuff going on. So we had a good time.
I had a blast.
Great.
It's a lot of walking. You will be sore. Do the houses in the
legs-
right
I'm
order.
I'm gonna do my house ranking. House ranking?
Do it.
Do you want to do a house ranking?
Very
Let's
quick.
do a house ranking. Let's do it.
Dimensions.
No,
Are we
I
working
don't
from
know.
the bottom up
Okay, from the
No,
bottom
from
up. Give me a list. Give me a list quickly.
of houses?
Quickly. You
Okay.
have 6 minutes. Give me
Okay,
a list.
zombie containment unit.
0 or 1 at the bottom.
All right, here's the
Zombie
houses.
containment units at the bottom.
Right here.
Deepwater Bayou. Deathwater
Alright.
Bayou.
Deathwater Bayou, not Dead Waters.
Deathwater Bayou. Okay, Motel Hell is at the top.
How many
Motel Hell is my favorite.
How many salad forks are you giving Motel Hell?
How many butter
I'm not
knives?
doing that.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
I'm not doing that.
All right. Okay, so Motel Hell was your favorite?
I think Demented Dimensions is above Motel Hell.
Okay, so Demented Dimensions at the
Dimensions,
top,
Demented.
Motel Hell at the bottom.
Motel Hell.
What was the third one down?
Deathwater
Bayou,
Bayou.
okay.
Deathwater Bayou.
And then what?
Unearthed.
Unearthed,
Black Spot.
Black Spot,
And then Zombie Containment Unit.
and what about Undead
Undead
Arena
Arena.
Live?
Undead and Real Alive is at the bottom.
Oh, below Zombie Containment
Below?
Unit.
Below.
Below Zombie
No,
Containment
okay,
Unit?
no.
No. It has to be before Zombie Containment
Zombie
Unit.
Containment
Yeah.
Unit is at the bottom.
The makeshift run. That's what it
Okay,
is.
All right,
let me do this again. Demented Dimensions, Motel Hell, Deathwater Bayou, Unearthed, Black Spot, Zombie Continue. No, Undead Arena Live, and then Zombie Continue. All right, that's
job.
my official list.
We
I'll
appreciate
tweet it more coherently later. Coherently.
Coherently. All right,
that's
so we got 3 minutes left. We're going to start wrapping this up here. Now, next week on the show, where's my... There
This
we go.
has whiskey and Diet Coke in
Shelby
it.
does.
Next week is
Shallow
going to be the
Grave
haunts that we're doing this
Terror.
weekend.
I'll
We're
be
doing
there.
Shallow Grave we're doing on Friday with Shelby.
I'll be there.
She'll be out of town doing other haunts in other states. Awesome. And then she comes back on Saturday, and we're going to do Shallow Grave at Chamber of Terror. So if you guys go, it's now independent haunt time,
No.
so we're done with theme park junk.
Independent haunts.
Do you guys want me for the Hollywood review?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Alright,
yeah,
I'll be
definitely.
here.
Can you live stream out there?
I'll try. I mean, because I'll be in California Saturday through Wednesday.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
We'll work it out.
All right.
Yeah. We have our schedule is like insane.
You'll have
for
like
the
3
next
extra
month.
hours out there for Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Being behind you.
Yeah.
When
I'll-
ours is over, you'll still be going on.
I'll be doing that
cool.
HHN
But
over
her
there.
starts later.
Huh? Well, I mean, still, she still has 3 extra hours.
All right, we're really
That's how I felt when I was out
we're
there.
really excited about Shallow Grave this year. It's going to be their final year. That's kind of a bummer, but it's an amazing haunted house. Really sets the standard for the haunted houses here in Central Florida. Also, Chamber of Terror, which was probably the scariest one that I did last year. We did a live stream there a couple
It
weeks
was
ago.
pretty. The sheep
I-
alone is terrifying.
I saw that live stream. It made me uncomfortable.
It was even more uncomfortable to be there.
Trust me, I kept looking behind me
Yes.
because I was not uncomfortable. Trust me.
If you guys haven't watched the live stream of us at the Chamber of Terror, watch it again because there's all these weird paranormal white flags.
Especially when
It
you
was-
went into where the bodies
Yeah.
were. Oh my
It
goodness.
was super weird to watch that live stream with that one actor. Just that one actor.
Bubby.
Yeah,
Bubba?
when you guys went down to the stairs
Mm-hmm.
and he was just like talking to you, it made me like, I'm done. I'm gonna stop watching because it was.
And he was
super
down there
uncomfortable.
alone, man. I give him props
It
for
was
that.
no, that was
I can't be
good.
down there alone.
If one actor can make that impact,
Oh,
the
my-
whole house.
oh, wait till you get to do the whole
I'm
thing.
so excited. I'm
amazing.
so excited.
It was pretty cool. Like hot in a ship.
All right, so we're gonna roll out here, but yeah, we
Wait.
will be at Shell Grave in
Wait, we
Chamber
have,
this weekend.
we have 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes.
We have to roll credits.
No, the drinks because people care about alcohol.
Oh, that's right.
People do
House
care about
Flame.
alcohol.
Okay,
Alcohol
they
is
had
good.
2 signature drinks. I'm gonna go through this really fast. They had 2 signature drinks called zombie juice and embalming fluid. I
Which
had
was
the
a whiskey
zombie
sour.
juice, which was a whiskey sour. I had the zombie juice, which was rum and pineapple juice and
was
some sort of red
so
drink.
good.
It was a lot stronger than what you get at Horror Nights.
So,
What was
Like
the one you had,
hell of a
Johnny?
lot stronger than what you get at Horror Nights. I'm
so
sorry.
Get the zombie juice. 'cause
Zombie
it's really
juice.
good. I had like 4 of them on the VIP. It
was-
one whiskey sour.
No,
What
I
one
had
did you have that
The
night?
red one.
the red one, which is zombie juice.
Zombie
red
juice.
zombie
She had a
juice.
big zombie juice. I had a little zombie juice.
Okay.
But
Zombie
I also
juice?
drank half of her zombie juice.
He did. Because I was not about drinking that night. Okay, we have a minute. Zombie juice, get that.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up here. Thank you, Shelby, for being on the show.
You are welcome. I'm
morning.
drunk.
Thank you so much.
Apparently, this was
I
the
guess so,
pre-drunk
yeah.
edition. Shelby's pre-gaming for early November, so can't wait
Diet
for
Coke.
that.
Diet Coke saves calories. Sorry. Continue.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna roll out. Till next week, we're gonna, which I'm really excited to get into the
I love you, Matt. Sorry.
independent haunt season.
We love you too, Matt.
He's commenting on the video.
All right.
We do care about alcohol. Alcohol is great.
Alcohol is
People
important.
care about
We
alcohol.
should do drunk scene.
I will be there.
As an alternate, we could do haunt
Drunk
scene,
scene.
and then
Drunk
haunt
scene.
scene after dark could be drunk scene.
Drunk scene.
All right.
No,
Not yet.
yeah,
We're still
yeah.
going. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. We're gonna go ahead and roll credits and then go off camera and discuss
Thank
alcohol.
you, Billy.
Apparently, we appreciate all you guys. So
Thank you,
until next
guys.
time, spook easy.
Happy haunting. See ya.